Absolutely. And if they can get that series on the board, again, Imperium were not expected to win a single series in this group stage. If they can do it right here, then absolutely it would be a great start. As we go to the pistol round, Rebirth straight up out towards the mid position. Julie's out for Burt as he sees them coming in. Gonna try and tap them up, do some damage towards Rexy before Pack gets that opening frag on the Glock, gets a second kill on Ellison as well, and they wrap right back to the B site. 5 versus 3. They know a rush came out from Imperium, so they shut the whole thing down, continue to frag out towards the A site. Play Carson with one tap, and another headshot on Wilkie. Was suddenly Heretic standing alone, looking for his own heads back here, but a team know how to close in, how to close the business, and get the pistol round.
If only, Jay, if only we saw one round like that on their T side in the last, it probably would have been over already. That was explosive, it was quick, and it was sharp. We saw some really nice duels coming out. Imperium started to push down through Banana, started to rotate in and through the brackets player, and Pack reads it so well that he just wants to take some duels onto them, and as soon as he gets a couple of kills, they go, right, we're just going to go over to B now.
AK's Galil and Mac 10 in. Deagle set, Swag 7 for Wilkie, also in play. Getting that first stink off on Carson, but not able to get the frag. Grenade will, though. Finishing off the damage. His teammate started. 4-Pack will still find the trade style and continue to press forward here for Rebirth. 2-for-1 trades. Deagle still set. This half by force buy from Imperium. Don't know how you call it at this stage, given the money state of things, but right now, the CT set in 2 players on the A site, and Rebirth are leaning towards that execution.
Yeah, it's not complete force, is it, Jay? Like, they've invested certainly a fair bit, but not down to $0. Ellison can't find anything. That's a really nice kill coming out from Exotic. And now you look at it at 4 versus 2 and you think, is there really any chance back in for the round for the CT side? Heretic's alone at the A bomb site. His teammates out through Banana, so really, he's the only way of a defense. And A, that's the first kill, but he can't find any more.
Zoic trades it, Carter J coming up from the mid-control, AK set and ready. No, Phantom steals it away instead, so unexpected. I guess 4-Pack was ready for that kill, but no. 2-0 for Rebirth and Imperium. I don't think they got enough money to go for the buyback here. That would have been a great sequence from Heretic if he landed Exotic, but in the end, we're not able to do that. So 2-0 instead, and an Eco coming in with 3 HGs.
Yeah, nade stack potential, probably down towards either Banana or the bottom of mid. I'm seeing if he can maybe do some damage. We don't see any Mach 10 investments, which is a little bit surprising coming out from Rebirth if they wanted to maybe farm up the money a little bit. Actually holding on to the HGs, to at least 2 of them, for maybe a little bit later into the round.
AK a 4-Pack looking in to the back line, looking onto the fountain position. There are no CTs here, though. Well, not at least in those positions. They are held off to the left-hand side, waiting for backup to arrive from the CT drop. Going to start peeking in Carson there with the kill as 4-Pack spray does the damage. The Molotov finishes off the job. The secondary kill on Carter comes in towards the first blocks. 5 on 3. They have entered towards the B site. Force rotations as well, and Phantom's going to get this info now. Plant should be secured. Easy entry towards the short control. Wilkie does drop 4-Pack at least. Now let's start getting an inkling of what they might be doing here. Another kill comes from Carson though, and they do see the bomb crossing.
And nice information coming out from Rebirth. I'm even surprised that Carson's trying to go this aggressively. Wilkie's been able to pick up an AK, so there's an opportunity of him just trying to save on B. I mean, it's still going to be a bit of a difficult task because Carson knows that he was somewhere over at B, and it's important to take that AK out of his hands. Sitting on top of the dark boxes, trying to give himself a little bit of an off angle. And Rebirth, though, they've got to know that he's around here somewhere. And where can they hunt him? 4 players still alive, and they're going to win the round with 4 players staying alive.
I'm surprised I didn't see Carson there peek up. Maybe the 4x3 situation. I mean, I don't know what his settings are, so like maybe there's a case that he
yeah, maybe.
Kept it, wasn't able to see the player in the bottom left corner. Can be a bit difficult when you've got that when you have that aspect ratio to deal with. But
and view model too. I know some people play like left-handed.
Oh yeah, that's true as well. Yeah. Very difficult game, Counter-Strike, isn't it? Well, set in for the rifle round now. Imperium have the AK in, or the AWP, I should say, in for Heretic. And the reinforce everybody else. Smoke down from Castle, already going to receive the full force of the utility from Rebirth. Entering in towards Banana, but not getting any kills. 64 HP Phantom, he's the early tagged player.
Carter J is still actually staying around rather than backing off and playing passive for B. He's staying around. They're just going to try and spam through the smoke. Carter J ends up finding a kill. That is tremendous. He really shouldn't have been able to find anything there.
Will in, spray back from Ellison, trying to do damage towards Retchi, will catch him forces. Back out 4 versus 4, and Carson gets Burt next up. The AK spray comes in, the bomb plant is secured. The man advantage regained by Rebirth. They are very heavily tagged up. I don't know if Imperium know about this, but if they do, they can potentially go for a retake. And with Heretic catching off Retchi now in the Mexico area, there's a good shout for it here. They'll take a bit of time to rotate out through the Speedway and CT positions, though. Wilkie hoping for an overextension from one T-side member, seeing that shadow. No, Carson shuts him down. And 4 back with Ellison, with Heretic falling quickly. Carson with 4 frags as well. A massive 4th for Rebirth.
And this T-side's looking pretty strong so far. Very similar to how we saw them over on Mirage in comparison to their T-side on Overpass. A 4-0 start. We saw how aggressive Carson got. He's really been mopping up. He's, what, 10-1 at the moment, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like individual players having their own moments here. Zotic had his successes in the first couple of maps. Obviously, we had Wilkie having his moment. Ellison in the last map also was popping off for Imperium. And now it's Carson's time to shine. Playing entry very heavily up to this position. Retch is going to tank a lot of that nade damage. Carson still taking a stick to D, still winning the fight against Carson. Tries to transfer the spray back towards Burt, but Retchy finds that trade. And with those 2 kills, B-site's completely open for Rebirth.
And they're leaving Phantom just to see if he can hold down the fort from mid, allow the rest of his teammates into that B. Bomb site information's come through. They know exactly where both of the last 2 CTs are. Phantom is going to be able to take another, but not without losing his life. Wilkie, the last one alive. 4 Packers here with the AWP, and he does not miss those. 5-0. A strong start coming out for Rebirth, and this is really what they needed, Jay. Getting off to a good start on map 3.
Right, falls back in from Imperium on max loss bonus. They need to get something out of this one. I'm starting to get flashbacks to the last map already, Dweg. I mean... It's a bit more default based from Rebirth, but they're not rushing down the C side. You know, it's contrary to the first map, the last map as well. Now get that. Carson's entering already to get the opening kill. Carter there to trade it at least. There's another player back behind the smokes. Will he catch the gap? He will, but he won't be able to get the player killed off. But yeah, contrasted to that second map is where, you know, the Rebirth were able to dominate on CT side by rushing down. This time the entries are going relatively well on T side, but a couple of trades are still there from Imperium. Carson falling, Retchy also going down on the short control. 4 versus 3, Incendiary is up to defend against the side plant. And backstabs are also coming through. Phantom better be wary of this. Gets out Carter J at least, but now he's got to fall back and focus on the site hit.
4-pack's going to be the big element. There's no one out from long, so there's really no information. Wilkie's attention might get pulled away once this moto smoke starts to dissipate, and rather than just 4-pack being the only member out from long, they're now going to bring the entire crew over. All 3 players trying to come in for this position. Wilkie's going to start to reposition, maybe have a bit of just a difficult angle from the apartments to deal with. A 3 versus 3. Rebirth really slowing it down now, Jay. There's even an opportunity for them to go into CT spawn to B, and that would be the right call because there's only one person out towards this B side of the map.
30 seconds. The wraparounds from Phantom start to come through here. This AK moving into position. Going out towards the Coffin's entrance, and Burr's not moved here from the broken wall. Molotov in towards Stack, and he's still not moving. Okay, that's concerning.
DC?
Why is he not even rotating his head? No. What? No, he's shoulder baiting right now. He's expecting the T-side to come towards him. Did he think that was going to be an A play? I don't know what was going on there, but either way, they snuck right behind him. They're going to get themselves on a 3-on-3 post plant here for Rebirth. And Imperium, they've got flashes and smokes to retake with, but... Smoke towards cross, flash is coming over now. Second one's what is going to get caught. The Molotov into the back line should force now still gets the kill on the way as he burns. But will get that frag, but now he's the last man standing. Tag up against 4-pack. He gets his deal in for the shot and the 6th round to the T-side board.
Yeah, the only thing I'm guessing is that he thought that they might have split into Bs. So maybe, like, let's just say had 2 players in through CT and then a late lurk out through Banana. But everyone came in through CT Spawn J, and there was just, like, no reaction there on the CT side.
6-0 for Rebirth at this stage. And, you know, the firepower definitely starting to show its head at this stage here for the T-side camp. The Imperium side were definitely on the back foot when it came to individual prowess, and the Ts are able to utilize that to their great effect so far. Have been shut down on a couple of good trades, but the trades in general have been won back by the Rebirth. The Imperium have been in this very awkward stance where, you know, even though they're able to keep things at relatively easy standing, they do lose control of these rounds in the end.
You've got to think for Rebirth, like, how much further forward are they going to be able to continue this streak? They're already up 6-0. They're up against an Eco, so you can pretty much expect a 7th round. Aggression, though, is going to be coming down from mid. This is a big change-up from the CT side.
Carson with 2 frags. Wilkie with that 5-7 will be able to aggress, get that player to fall. AWP close to 4-pack. Heretic just can't seem to find the kill. Retchy catches Wilkie in the midst of the smoke. Don't know if he saw him, I don't know if he got the info. Either way, it's a shot to kill. Carter will turn around against 4-packs to AWP. The AK will get it back and get the 7 to the Rebirth side. Good effort there from Imperium, but even despite these close rounds, they're unable to get that damage significant on the Rebirth side. They started to bolster their cash amounts, 10k pre-buys, 9,000 for 4-pack, even post-buy. A lot of money for the T side at the moment.
Yeah, look, it's really starting to build. So for Imperium, they're going to have to really be able to win out a few rounds in a row to start to really limit the economy for Rebirth. Because you've got to think, even when rounds start going the other way, the loss bonus is going to start to pipe up. If they get bomb plants in, that's going to help their economy too. Now they need to be able to find a way back in. It's aggression out to the apartments. 1 kill comes through, but it's a 2-on-2 trade. Heretic's finally going to be able to find the man advantage. Some great trading from Imperium.
And finally, a fast play that gets punished by the CT camp. 3v2 scenario. The AWP going to get forced back a little bit. Carson moving in with the AK, going to start making his way through the smoke as well.
Oh.
And Heretic rotates out position. I mean, Carson's got all this control towards the A side, but Zoya's got to make his way in with the bomb, and he's got to go for the apartments at this stage. That could be a very heavily contested area. The teams might not want to go there, given the amount of frags that Imperium got. The amount of bodies in that position can make it a bad omen. Carson's got to be the man to force the issue. Zotic has got no clean line into the site.
Thing is, though, Bert's watching this because they know there's a potential of a player in the side. The information's been given up, but they might not know that Zotic's so far away with the bomb. Oh, Carter J's going to overextend. Now the B bomb site's opened up, but Carson's got a kill over A. What am I watching, Jay?
You've got to be kidding me. You can't be serious. Imperium punishing Rebirth for their aggression, and Rebirth punishing Imperium for their overextensions. Zotic in particular, hearing those footsteps out towards the banana position and getting that kill. I can't believe they've just won this round. I cannot believe they pulled that back. That was it's so far gone, because you think about, like, it's a 3v2 scenario for the first point. The second point, they're completely split apart with 1 player on A and 1 player back at T-spawn. The long players over on the A site as a third point had that possibility covered off, so they set themselves up to ensure that A couldn't extend and the T player couldn't extend. So, like, it was perfect for Imperium, but still, I don't know what's going on anymore, Tway. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Well, what I know is that there's going to be a pretty hefty task over to this B bomb site. Some great entries coming out for the T side. They've taken a hell of a lot of damage when it comes to the incendiaries and the HGs. And now Ellison's pushing down through mid at Mexico, but Zotic is there to be able to catch him off. And this is looking like Rebirth are going to go 9-0 up on the T side, Jay. They're 2 kills away.
Mag 7 and Heretic got to do a lot of damage. Gets that first shot in. No more than that opening kill. Phantom and Retchy clean up the last 2 players. 9-0 for Rebirth. And the buyer come back in from Imperium, of course. We'll see the 4 rifles out for the next round. AUG's in the Heretic, not even the AWP, not even great numbers. Oh, it is actually kind of rough when you take a look at the kill counts and the death counts as well. Every single player has gone down. Every single round for Imperium. No money saved. No extra sort of leg up. And they haven't even been able to get the trades to account or the kills to account for it. You know, they've got trades, they've been good enough, but Rebirth are going to start rushing again, and they're going to make it work because Carson's already got the opening kill. We're actually wrapping all the way around against the player on the site itself. Spray through, looking for that headshot. Wilkie finds one good trade, but Ellison falls. The bomb plant can already be secured.
Well, they've got to save. There's no other option. There's no real way they can go for it. Carter J has been dinked down. He's now down to 10 HP. And Imperium, I mean, it's got to hurt for them, right? They've won 13 rounds in a row in map 2 to take it to a third map. Now they've lost 10 rounds in a row going into Inferno. And a lot of these rounds haven't even been close. We've already got Zotic onto $1,600. 16,000. This is just getting ridiculous. It's getting out of hand. And again, Jay, everyone has died. No one has even saved and been able to hold their weapon.
And again, we're back to worst case scenario for Imperium, getting absolutely swamped by Rebirth.
I just did not expect this.
Neither did I. Like neither did I. Smoke's over, flashes in. Zotic going to be allowed to enter. Looking on toward this long position. Heretic moving up. Zotic looking down towards the back line. Tapped up the AK. Headshot comes through. Gets Wilkie, and he gets Heretic as well. Zotic expecting that stairs area. Oh, he taps the butt as well. That may be the most entertaining play of this map so far, Twig.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Carson's just, like, they're just rushing every single round. They're taking brackets control so damn quickly. 11-0 in map 3. That shot.
I'm sorry,
that shot was ridiculous.
That shot is insane. Oh man, Rebirth. Oh, Phantom flashed out into the mist of the smoke, still catches Carter. Heard the tag damage from the Molotov. Getting the kill as they continue to press forward. And, well, I mean, their rushes haven't been that effective in this series. In this map, though, au contraire, Phantom's made his way towards Trina, going to cut off rotations in from Heretic, is keeping his eyes on the cross position. They do get a couple of kills, casting with 2, and Phantom deals with Heretic. So eventually they overwhelm the B site again, they get a bomb plant, and they get 12 to the T side board. Ellison, no kit for this retake. I mean, he might be able to take out a couple of players that are hunting for him, but unless he gets the clutch, it's not going to matter. The damages mean nothing. They're on like $10,000 each at least. More so in some cases, all pre-buy. There will be some players above that marker post-buy. Like, it's... I think it's over at this stage, Blake. I know I called that earlier on during Overpass, and there was a massive comeback, but even so, like, you know, I just can't see this working out.
I could honestly see this being a 15.5 and may even go further. I don't want to say it just yet. We'll have to wait and see, but for Imperium, it's going to be yet another eco round. Got a couple of upgraded pistols, a little bit of utility, and some Kevlar. Rebirth have actually slowed down a little bit, Jay, rather than their fast, aggressive plays up towards the brackets, controlling out through Banana. 4-pack. He's alone with an AWP, and, well, he gets punished for that. Carter J, great deagle kill.
And second kill for Heretic as well on the short position. So now 5 versus 3. This could still work for Imperium. And of all the rounds for them to win, it had to be the half by eco, wouldn't it? The pistols out on the upgrades. Ellison with the deagle gets Zotic next to drop that bomb. Ready for more as Phantom gets Wilkie next, turning around towards the players coming in from the back lines. Ellison now knows that they're distracted. As Retchie falls, Phantom left to clutch this whole thing. 2 kills to his name. Needs the ace clutch. And they've got some rifles to work with. Tech9 coming in, smoke down towards Moto. Sees that player, should grab that bomb, may get a chance in to reset the situation. AK still needs to get a plant. Imperium are waiting for that to come through. They're going to go for the retake.
And I like the way that they're not getting over aggressive in this 3 versus 1, Jay. They're just making sure that we'll just wait for the bomb plant to come through. Carter J waiting for the peak, and there we are. As soon as I mentioned that I could think we see a 15-0, we see a round going the way of Imperium, it's not off the rifles, it's off the ecos, and they were able to get a really quick 5-on-3. They're able to peek on each other's contact incredibly well, and now they're even bringing a double AWP setup going into round 14.
I think you jinxed it, Blake. I think
I did, honestly. Yeah, no, yeah. I agree. I actually do it. Most time I don't agree with you, but this time I do.
Double AWP setup. Never seen anyone so gracious in accepting it's their fault. Nades on Carter J. Imperium. What is that spray for? Finally getting the kill, still burning alive. AK turning on for a secondary frag, almost capturing Burt. Does some damage, no frag against him, and taking even more tags than the T-side players that make their way up. They've got to allow other entries though. 4-pack is so low, or still picks up the Burt though. 2K, Wilkie catches Retchy, Carson gets the trade, and 2 standing with the CT side. They've got their heads on a swivel. Imperium will try and make their way up here, the CT side. Just going to save, and no hunt will come through from Rebirth this time.
Yeah, you've got to think that, and for Imperium, like, they've got to focus in on their own economy. They realize 2 versus 4 is probably just not worth winning it. Like, the chance of you winning a retake like that is just so minimal. At least holding on to an AWP and an M4 means that Heretic and Ellison can drop some weapons over to the teammates. I mean, Wilkie doesn't have really any money at all. Rebirth are going to try and go hunting, though. They realize the importance of trying to take out both of these weapons if they can. Ellison. Heretic does take down Phantom. Zodic falls too, but they still keep the 2 players alive on the CT side with weapons.
Round 15 coming up. Rebirth on for a 14-1. Of course, we've seen this before from Imperium when they were up against it yesterday. Incendiaries, AKs, Molotovs and flashes in. The nades up. Phantom 10 points of health. Smoke on towards the long position. Wilkie back over towards this cubby area. The FAMAS out AWP. Flashes in for Retchy as he enters Burt on site. Sees 3, gets nothing. Wilkie gets 2 though. Sitting in that cubby position, actually drops that bomb and drops them out of advantage now. Imperium, a chance for a secondary frag, seeing 1 player back at the other side cubby, and that's going to be a triple for Wilkie. USP up for his 4th. Couldn't quite make it happen. Retchy's brought it back, 2-on-2, but the nades up from Ellison will drop the last, and Carter will get Phantom to close out the half. 13-2 still for Rebirth. They dominate things going into the break. Don't go anywhere. We're back with their CT side.
The ones who didn't make it out, for the ones that didn't see the life, for the ones that never cared, never gave a thought, found no happiness in that brand new car, or the house you bought. I see you talking about the love you lost, and it was gone like way before you ever thought it was. Yeah, I took my time, no quick ones, quick run, quick gas to get back there. Hot roads, I didn't think I'd come back fierce, cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I end up seeing red. Is it such a ghostly revelation? easy, it's hard to preach. Cause I've been burning trees and watching fall. If we cannot breathe out, we go forward. Sure, I was searching for cure, fishing a little wildlife. And when I'm low on fuel, I'll still be running till my back broke. Halfway, lost hope and I'll check it. Hard roads, I didn't think I'd come back fast. Cause I was running roads so many nations. Even when it's so sweet, I ended up serious. This is such a ghostly revelation.
Monstrous could be the only thing to describe Rebirth here at this stage, but Imperium have come back from worse, so I wonder if they'll be able to continue on this roadway again. They have managed to come back in the last map. Here on this one, it'll be their last chance to take the series victory. Rebirth only need 3 rounds, but Heretic will start things off with the right foot. 4-pack to fall towards mid as they draw first blood in the second half.
Good start coming out from the Imperium camp, and that's actually going to force a little bit of aggression out from the CTs towards the top of Banana. You see Retchi with his teammate of Carson looking to try and see if they can find some aggressive duels. They trade it back into a 4 versus 4, but damage has been done to Retchi. He keeps trying to fight here, Jay.
Car gets the kill. Taps up from Carson. Trying to take somebody back out here, but they can't quite seem to receive the players. Fast rotations from Imperium going back towards the A site. Phantom sees them coming, looking for some heads. Doesn't manage to do any of that damage. Zotic sees heads, takes down 1 player. Trying to catch 1 more in the pit position, but Ellison catches him off instead before he can get that kill shot. 3v2 now. Imperium have gained the site, got the plant. Phantom and Carson, no kits available for them. I don't think there was any dropped, in fact, on the CT side. So, harder graft to get back into this control. USP's tapping, but not seeing anything here on the site itself.
Wilkie just making sure that he doesn't need to peek. He has teammates to try and peek on each other's contact. Be able to at least set a bait and switch setup coming through. Wilkie in the end is going to be able to wide swing across and get a 3rd round up for Imperium. And it's almost like a bit of a mirror image, Jay, to what we saw in Overpass. It was a 13-2 lead for Rebirth. They lost Pistol, won the anti-eco. So if Rebirth win this round here, then it would continue the pattern. But you're right, we have seen a comeback in the past from Imperium. But you've got to think, take it 1 round at a time. You can't be thinking, oh, because we did it in the last map, we're going to do it again. It's a difficult task to come back from this kind of a scoreline, and you've got to take it 1 round at a time.
UMP out for Heretic. I'm taking it 3 kills at a time, it seems. Nades up and UMP on the double, so plenty of cash gain for him, at least for the latter 2 frags. I'm looking for the player back over the cubby corner here on the long position. Smoke up. I think that might have a gap in it, actually. On the left-hand side. A small one for 4-pack. Will he catch Heretic for a kill? I don't think he does. Heretic keeping himself on the other side of that smoke as he pushes forward. He has absolutely no idea. Heretic respects him with the spray, not going for the knife, and now A is permanently open.
A little bit unfortunate with the timing there from 4-pack, but why are they all in Banana? Like, they've cleared out A, but it looks like they want to go over to B and maybe hunt down this last player. I mean, to be fair, if one of the SMGs can take him out, then that's $600 in kill bonus.
They've already got themselves plenty of money in terms of kill bonus. It's the Galils was facing first. Oh, damage done. And a Mat 10 of Ellison gets the kill, so there you go. Round the corner, jump facing, forward to the board of Imperium. And we're back on track for the comeback, it seems. The rifles will be coming out from Rebirth in the next round. Of course, they went full eco in this one, so let's see what the M4s can do. Can they put them on victory row at this stage?
You've got to think for Rebirth, one thing they really struggled with on Overpass was obviously closing out, and I think it's something that they really need to focus in, Jay, is these early gun rounds, really focusing in on and putting pressure back on the board from Imperium rather than being on the back foot. We're seeing Burt trying to put down some anti-rush nades towards the top of Banana, but Rebirth are just going to keep pushing forward, but they take a lot of damage in response.
I mean, that's a UMP that faced and did that damage to Retchi as well, so already a lot of value being gained out of his weapons. They can treat this as a bonus round here, Imperium. They've got a lot of cash right now sitting on several players. I mean, it's not completely flush for everybody, but If the UMPs get even any kills at this stage, that would be just value. Burst through Molotov from Carter. He knows exactly where the one player's at. He doesn't check it though. He's going to walk straight into the crossfire. 4-pack gets a frag for it. A 1-for-1 trade as Phantom falls, but they are very heavily tagged up on a CT favor. Zotic still in pit though, deals with Ellison, tank to the face, still sprays on, does damage to Wilkie and Heretic. They get that kill in the end to a 3-on-2 now. 4-pack moving up, knows that they're heavily tagged up here on the site. Smoke down, plant towards the front corner. Looks on to Mini, Heretic shoots him in the back, and now Retchi is all that remains. Falling back to save on 5 points of health, he's got no chance.
They got lucky. They got really lucky there. If you're going to molly out the little cubby position out from long, you need to make sure that someone has got eyes on, because you might as well not molly it at all if you're not going to check the angle. The molly goes through, they swing out from long, keeping eyes on Library and Arch, and 4-pack is in that cubby position. And they end up trading out and win out some really nice duels. There was a lot of damage done to that T side, Wilkie and Heretic in particular. And Zotic, unfortunately, only finding 1 kill from the pit position. So Imperium going to be able to win out the first gun round of the second half, keeping 3 players alive, starting to build up their own T-side economy. And for Rebirth, you've got to think maybe upgrade a couple of pistols around this saved-in M4.
Upgrades are all they can find here on those pistols. The M4 will have to be the main weapon for Retchi. Deagles, P250s, 5.7. Best they've got versus the full-blown rifles they have for the T sideline. 2 M4s in fact from Heretic and Burt, which should still be quite enough. I played with the M4 pretty often on the first map. They don't quite make it as successful as they'd like it to be. Of course, the AKs were certainly much better weapons. But in this context, it won't matter too much. The AKs will get the first kill anyway. Flashes in of Heretic as he tries to clear out Banana. Only 1 player there to face past the broken wall. And there's 2 more rotate. He'll play contact. And they're not leaning in towards either side. Still passive here from Imperium.
And this is what we saw a fair bit from them over on sort of Overpass, Jay, is that on the T side, they were like really passive and they allowed a lot of map control to be taken away from Rebirth. You can see how slow they are into the default. Now, they've got the information of at least where one of the B players are. Phantom has an opportunity to rotate over to B to try and back up his teammate of Zotic. But for Imperium, it's still at this point, you can't really see where they're leaning into. It could still be an A play with a bit of a B fake.
Slow peek in from the T side. They're being careful about this. They acknowledge there may be a force spike coming in from the CT forces, but as they pick them apart, they will be able to realize that it doesn't matter too much. M4 of Carson, the main defender, takes down 1, and actually gets in with a secondary kill, actually. So a Phantom there with a frag over on the B site. AK upgraded 2, but no more than that. They're going to hold on to this weapon, and Imperium will hold on to a 6th. And I'm going to call this early here, Dweg. I realize what that could mean in terms of the actual match itself, but the last time we saw Imperium do this, it was the last map, and they went from 14-3 straight to the win. So I'm starting to already get concerned, just based off of what history has taught us in this series.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, in terms of a percentage, right, what chance do you think Imperium have of coming back to win the series 2-1? Less than 10? What do you reckon?
I don't think it's going to be less than 10. I think it's going to be closer.
A little bit higher?
Close to like 30% at this stage. I mean, like once they start getting close, once they no. I think once they start reaching towards that, like 7th, 8th round is when they start really getting to a good spot.
Yeah.
But like just basically given what happened in the last map, based off the momentum that Imperium worked on, the fact that Rebirth couldn't stop that, and the fact that Imperium are just using that momentum to continue just playing into the aggressive plays. Like to me, it feels like Imperium have a much higher chance than most people would expect.
Yeah, and the thing is that Rebirth aren't even on 14 or 15 rounds, so they still like have a bit of breathing room, Imperium, of losing a couple, but still having a decent shout of coming back. 4-pack's going to be running the secondary AWP with Retchi over on that CT side. We can see going back to a very passive standpoint on the T side. Really not a lot of map control being gained in the early portion of the round. No contest out towards Banana. It's apartments and brackets control that looks to be under threat from the Ts.
Up in for 4-pack, gets Heretic to fall. Carter gets Ultimate face around the corner. Wilkie will get that trade fountain. Drops Burt and Carter gets a trade back in his own right. 3 on 2 now, making it a 1. As Carter just about secures the bomb plot. No, he doesn't. Zotic sprays through that box, gets the kill, and gets Rebirth on 14. All right. Is this go time now? Is this the beginning of the end? Is this the final curtain call from Rebirth? Or will Imperium continue the comeback? Because it's just a small hitch in their hype train.
And look, it was a good shutdown, especially coming out from Zotic in that pit position. But it all really started off with 4-pack finding that opening AWP kill and falling back and playing more passive into the site and holding on to that man advantage. Imperium going to be able to get a full buy for themselves, but 4-pack looks to get very aggressive. He's just missed the timing, though, of catching the players getting into the apartments.
Oh my man taking the early damage into his Banana. 4-pack is extended so far out, but looks away as Carter J catches him for the opening kill. Wasn't expecting that for certainty for the AWP. It's very tunnel vision as a result. The timing has to be everything. Carson will catch the AWP out and 10 on towards Burt next to face. 2-for-1 trade, trying to make it a third. Has a case to work with, trying to go for that AWP instead, and now sees the bomb. He's got so much out of this position.
Yeah, thing is, though, he needs support, Jay. He needs help because he can only stay alive for so much longer. He's picked up the AWP, got a big tag, loads of damage done onto Ellison. Wilkie's going to be able to find a response from Boiler, so they've been able to pick up that bomb. And I tell you what, B's open up for grabs. No one's on this B bomb side. Phantom's going to have to rotate in from the CT spawn.
Carson will get Wilkie and has still got Ellison, which is a very low HP. No smoke to the cross, the spray can line up. And Phantom drops everything here at the T side. Match point now for Rebirth as they have shut down the comeback from the T side. Imperium, one final force to get us to OT, but 9 rounds in a row to get there.
And look, even for 4-pack, like, he went for something really aggressive. It didn't work out. And then Carson tries his luck. He ends up slow peeking out from Banana, somehow gets 2 kills, picks up the AWP, gets a tag, finishes off the round with 3. And look at the amount of AKs on the CT side, Jay. They've got 3 to work with.
4-pack with that frag. Heretic to open up the round here. 1-for-1 trades across the board. Rebirth for the ones that are coming out on top. It's Carson gets the latest kill on Carter. And now he's falling into Wilkie for his second frag. Suddenly, Ellison left alone with a Galil to fend off against the entire rest of the CT forces. And with the bomb in CT control, it must be a completely impossible task for him. He'll face him. Phantom has his back turned. Smoke's up, and they can't afford to give away any info. He's got to be absolutely incredible with this. Carson keeping his eyes on that Mexico area. 60 seconds left to Galil sees one, takes that fight, doesn't, and the frag eventually gets that kill together. 4 kills up for Ellison. Now the AK facing him from long range. Zotic tapping through for the frag. The Phantom being the insurance policy at this stage. The Smoke should buy a bit of cover, but Ellison's running out of time.
Yeah, look, that smoke might actually open up the opportunity to get that bomb and go quickly up through Banana, and that's exactly what he does. Do any of the CTs want to push through the smoke? No. This could be an opportunity for at least a bomb plan.
I think he knows that both CTs were also there. Planting into the back lines, they're going to make their way through. Extinguish that Molotov. The Galil got the AKs to handle. Does he hit the footsteps of both players? I think he does. Held back towards Newbox. Ellison, last chance saloon for Imperium. Takes that face and loses it. And Phantom closes out the series. 16-6 for Rebirth. Their second 16-6 here in this series. As they take it 2-1.